What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's happening with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's going on with the bank earnings, some big news about Tesla and the PPI reports, not to mention a big test coming to Tesla and the overall market. But before I break into devil's information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention two things. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you start from Moon, deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. Put in $1,000 and you're guaranteed 15 in total. Not to mention free level 2 data with $0 of commission trading. The offer ends in about 19 days. Anyways, now let's talk about Tesla. Tesla got a little pop and drop yesterday before it started to sink, and we saw a very, very big red day after some negative news came out. Tesla dropped all the way down to about the 231 area. This is where we had our 50 EMA, the exact level I called out yesterday, and we actually started to rebound a bit off of this. So if Tesla could hold this, there's a chance that Tesla could try to consolidate, if not try to rebound. But if Tesla loses this 231 support, we're going to be looking for an even bigger drop. So that's going to be a critical support for Tesla 231. Keep that on your radar. When it comes to Tesla, why did it drop? As a reminder, we had this news come out, and this is not confirmed by Elon Musk so far. I still haven't seen him kind of tweet about this yet. I haven't heard Tesla kind of respond to this either. But reports are saying from Bloomberg that basically very, very important employees are confirming, and this is what they claim, by the way, that the robotaxi event is going to be delayed. It was supposed to be in August. It's going to be delayed until October. That's why Tesla saw a very, very big red day yesterday, and the bearish momentum is perpetuating. So because of that headline, this is making all the news. Tesla's walking back on the robotaxi reveal. All the mainstream articles are talking about this, and this is what's dragging Tesla down. It's a very, very negative catalyst. Tesla was even downgraded to a sell as UBS says that the stock overvalues growth opportunities. A little bit more negative news has also been coming out. So that's the thing about Tesla. We get some bad news, then it leads to a domino effect of more and more bad news. Now, UBS actually have a rating. They increased their price target of Tesla to $197 a share. You guys can see it right over here. But they're still giving it a sell rating, saying it's going to be dropping very, very soon. So that's what they're kind of seeing so far. This is what analysts are kind of saying about Tesla. Now, for data about the markets, real quick, the PPI data report was not the best. We actually got a 0.2% increase month over month for all items, which is aligned with expectations. But core PPI month over month was a little bit hot at basically 0.4%, a little bit above expectations. Year over year, core was at 3%. That's well above expectations. And then PPI is also year over year, this is also technically a little bit above expectations at 2.6%. So a little bit hot of a PPI report isn't that crazy. So this does imply that we could see an increase in inflation during the next reports for CPI. Not the best of news, but despite that, the market's still holding support. It kind of dipped a bit only to get bought back up, so it's still trying to hold some key supports. And then last but not least, we have some big bank earnings to talk about. JP Morgan Chase, in a nutshell, has pretty decent earnings overall as revenue has grown 20%. They beat on EPS and beat on revenue, and the share price is once again still decent. So the share price is holding up for JP Morgan Chase is kind of flat. Citigroup did relatively well. We're looking at good expectations for profit and good growth. They beat on EPS, they beat on revenue. You guys can see it right over here. And also their net income is up 10%. So pretty good earnings from Citigroup. However, Wells Fargo's earnings were a little bit lackluster. They actually saw net interest income fall quite a bit. It's short of estimates. So EPS was a nice beat. Revenue was a beat, but their overall net income is a little bit weak, and that's why the share price is down quite a bit. So mixed bank earnings. The PPI report was not that good, so it makes me a little bit apprehensive. But as far as Tesla goes, as you guys can see, there's a downtrend being respected right over here. Tesla's currently around 236 a share. If it were to dip a little bit lower, make sure you watch 231 as critical support. But if we could hold 231, there's going to be a rebound. As long as we're above 231, we could try to rebound. So watch that as critical support. I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla kind of dips a little bit, maybe gets closer to like 235, maybe 231 again. But if we bounce off of that, we could be making our way back up to about 240. If we lose this, we're going to be looking for a rug pull all the way down to 220. So that's going to be very important to watch 231 as critical support on Tesla. It's going to be a big test today because of that level. From where we currently are, we have also have resistance around 238 to 240. Those are going to be two resistance levels. Our support is at 235, and if that fails, let's watch 231. Once again, if we lose 231, we're bearish. If we try to hold above it, we kind of bounced off this during the pre-market. So we did test this just during the pre-market. We could turn back up. As of right now, it's going to dip a little bit. So look for a little bit of a dip on Tesla, and we'll see if 231 holds. If we lose it, be very, very careful. I want to give you guys a heads up / warning about that. All right. Looking at other tickers, we also have, I'm going to be talking about like ES and SPY as well, at least in this video. Looking at SPY, I wanted to call out that right now SPY is looking like it wants to bounce. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, we have 556. That's our critical support at the 20 EMA. SPY is holding support, so that suggests we might see a counter move back up towards 558. If that breaks, look for 560 as resistance. If we lose 556 or close below that, we turn bearish, and this is going to start dropping even harder. So that's going to be a big test for today. Can we hold 556 or not? That's going to be our 20 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. As of right now, it looks like it's trying to hold. It might try to rebound upon open. So look for a little push. That is looking a little bit stronger than what we saw previously. For Nvda, as long as we try to get back above 127.7, this could try to rebound to 129 to 130. If we end up rejecting and fail to hold 127, we're going down to 125 and 122. This looks like it wants to rebound a bit, so I do see potential in this to go back up towards 127.7. So we'll see if that ends up being the case or not. For Bitcoin is also trying to rebound. Make sure you watch the 20 EMA as resistance. We have 57,491. If we break through that, we're going back up to 58,000. If we break that, we turn bullish. If we fail to do so, we're going to reject. So we got to be seeing if Bitcoin could break past 58,000 or not. For ES, I know a lot of people are interested in this. This is trying to rebound. If it could break past 56.46, it's going to turn a little more bullish. We'll be looking for 56.60. So I'm seeing some signals that show the market may attempt to bounce. I am still a little concerned about Tesla though, because like I said, it's still dipping like right now. We just got to hold 231. If we hold this, we could see a little rebound. If not, if we lose 231, we're going to turn bearish. So keep that in the back of your mind for Tesla, guys. For the QQQ, QQQ is trying to hold. So this is the level we called out, that 490 area. That's where the QQQ is trying to hold up. We got to get back above 495 to bounce. I do think there's going to be an attempt to do so. If we could hold above 490, we could bounce. If we lose 490, we turn bearish. Watch that on the QQQ. As long as we hold 490, there's going to be an attempt to bounce. I am seeing some life, but watch that support just to be safe. On Apple, we're looking at 227.5 as key support. If we lose that, we're going to be dipping all the way down to the 225s. If we hold 227.5, we could be rebounding to 230. Otherwise, we're still kind of stuck within this range. For Supermicro, we're trading sideways right now. Make sure you watch support at 882 and 868. And look at resistance at 900. We're kind of stuck in the middle, trading sideways. I am seeing a risk of this kind of dipping and then trying to bounce, just consolidating. So I'm not really seeing a whole lot that's going on with this. For the IWM Russell 2000, we're on fire. We actually broke past 212. We're now pushing for an attempt for 214, then 215. Looks very bullish to me. The Russell is outperforming the market. For Coinbase, it really depends. And if we could try to get back above resistance at 219, if we break 219, we could actually try to bounce. If we fail to do so, we're going to be looking for a rejection. So I do think it might try to rebound just a little bit, close to about 219. But we'll see if we break through that or not. Amazon is just trading flat, not looking that great. It's just consolidating right now. We need to break past 195.7 to try to rebound. If we fail to do so, look for a move all the way down to 192. So we'll see if we can break 195.7 or not. That's going to be the key level. Meta is dipping exactly as we predicted yesterday. It is dipping more. I think we're going to be testing 497. If we bounce off 497, we could return back up into the 510s. If we lose 497, we turn really, really bearish. I think we're going to be testing 497, then maybe consolidate just a little bit. But look for a little bit more downside on Meta before an attempt to bounce. Watch for a test of 497. Microsoft needs to get back up to 456.5 to bounce. If we fail to do so, we could reject and go lower. So watch that on Microsoft 456.5. We might retest that. So it might be a little rebound. And if we reject, we're going to be dipping all the way down to about the 450 area. If we break through 456.5, we could be rebounding. So watch for that very carefully. And the last one I'll go over is Google. We're barely holding key support at 187.21. If we lose that, we're going to go all the way down to where this wick is. The 185s will be coming if we lose 187.21. If we hold this, we could try to rebound to 189. My gut tells me we're just going to continue to consolidate right here, but watch this support carefully. It's showing a little bit of weakness. We're just barely holding support on Google. So let's hope for the best and see if we could hold 187.21 or not. Anyways, for Tesla, As I'm speaking, it's showing a little bit of weakness right here. It's still a little bit lackluster compared to the market because it's red during the pre-market. So as a reminder, gotta watch 231. If we hold this on Tesla, could try to rebound. If we lose this, if we fail to hold this, or if we close below this, there's going to be a bigger drop coming all the way down to like 219 to 220. Okay. So that being said, thank you all so much for listening. Get ready for a big test in the markets. Tesla's dipping a little bit right now, so it's a little bit lackluster. It makes me a little concerned because of all this bad news that's coming out. So just be careful, watch your key levels, and be very, very patient on a day like this. It is a Friday. I also want to note that Fridays tend to have lots of manipulation. So be careful, do what you have to do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for listening, guys, and peace out.